I'm Dino Elitis, and I help small business owners in any industry get unstuck from their business. I'm also the host of the Facebook group Business Growth Simplified Collaborative. This is where small business owners can get themselves unstuck from their business. So let's talk a little bit about first of the two items or reasons that business owners get stuck in their business. The first reason that most business owners get stuck is they lose track of their dream, okay? They lost track of why they got in business in the first place. You may have wanted, to be able to get away for vacations, or you may wanted, fancy cars, a big house, more time with your family, whatever it was. It wasn't just about making money. It was something else that you thought that it would fulfill your life by having these things. And the way I describe it is I've talked to dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of business owners, and it all really kind of comes down or boils down to two things. We want independence and financial freedom. That's really what it is that we want, at its core. But over time, what happens is we really kind of get stuck doing that day-to-day grind, and we get stuck running the business instead of really focusing and looking out at what it was that we really wanted when we started the business in the first place. And over time, our decisions begin to be made from that perspective, and we get farther and farther and farther and farther away from what it was that we originally really wanted, which was that independence and financial freedom. And so really, to fix this, all you have to do is be willing to really dream your dream again. So you need to take a step back. You can do this at any point in time. But in order to really have that big change and that big shift, you really have to get reconnected with what that dream was and why you originally started the business in the first place. Okay, so what's the second reason that people get stuck? Well, it's really not something that's your fault because nobody's telling you about it. Business growth is a defined, repeatable, and systematic process. The problem is, most of the people that are advising you aren't telling you that because they don't even realize that that's the case. You really have to understand that business is something that you can learn how to do, and it's systematic. It's not just poking in the dark hoping that you're going to hit on the right formula or whatever. The formula is already structured for you. It's 5 stages of growth, and each stage has one objective that you need to focus on. And when you achieve that goal, it's a goal. So let's call it a goal. And then there's 8 primary factors that influence that business growth. And by focusing your attention and concentrating on that, what happens over time is your business just organically grows by achieving those things and by achieving the objectives of those factors as you kind of move along. The problem, though, is that because your advisors don't understand that either, they're giving you advice that may not even be appropriate for the stage that you're actually in of growth. Okay, so they're telling you something for the next stage down or 2 stages down the road, and you're back here and they're up here, and it's just causing all kinds of problems as a result of all of that. You're wasting time, you're wasting resources, and you're doing all the wrong things that are taking you down the wrong path, and they get you to where I call is nowhere land. So how do you fix that problem? Well, what I would suggest is if you head out to the Business Growth Simplified website, and I'll pull it up on the screen for you right here, www.businessgrowthsimplified.com, and you go to the business growth page. There's a short video on there. It's about 5 minutes long, and it goes into detail and details what the 5 stages are, what those 8 factors, 4 of them are owner related and 4 of them are company or business related. And those 8 factors together, the 5 stages, systematically take you through what you need to in order to move your business in the right direction and take it in the direction that you want. So that's what I would highly recommend if you want to get started and really want to get rolling on that anytime soon. Additionally, if you want more information or whatever, my first book that actually was published and came out 2 years ago today, what I'm doing, it just popped up in my stream. this evening, and I just realized that, and I didn't even remember that it's been 2 years ago since the book was published. In that book, you'll see the 5 stages. It'll take you through 3 companies and 4 business owners that are at those various stages, and we'll look at how you address the items that you need to throughout that process, depending on at what stage of the process that your particular business is, in order to move yourself and head forward. What I want to share with you next is there's actually a third reason that business owners get stuck, but I'm not going to talk about that here. What I want you to do is I want you to go over, if you search for, again, if you get into the Facebook group, which is the Business Growth Simplified Collaborative. Okay, you can just do hashtag Business Growth Simplified. We'll get you there as well. And if you go in there, there's a video that was actually live streamed previous to this video. That's actually in the collaborative, but you can't get to it unless you're inside of the collaborative. So join the collaborative and we'll let you in right away, and that'll give you the idea what that third reason is that we've got. If you get into the collaborative, you can download the free ebook that we have there. It's called 3 Reasons Why You're Stuck in Your Business. Inside of that, we outline the three reasons that business owner get stuck, and we also talk about what that strategy is that you can apply to your business to get there, and the 4 steps that you need to take to begin to apply that strategy to your business. So that would be a good reason. That'd be a good place to start if you can't wait until we live stream the next time here. So that's all I've got. So I appreciate and thank you all for joining me today here on Business Growth Simplified. I will see you soon in the collaborative. Thanks again for joining, and have a good evening.